Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at Battleground Convoy before and after the recent changes. Let's go.
So for this video, I'm going to be sharing two Battleground Convoy matches. This first one is from Tuesday evening, so this is pre-patch, and the second part of the video will be from Wednesday evening, so post-patch. Now looking at the changes in the patch notes, Battleground Convoy. A variety of changes have been made to Battleground Convoy. They're aimed at improving the map's geographic features and refining gameplay. The notification to defeat Sacred and Final Guardians and to collect their bonuses will last longer. The duration of the Final Guardian's bonus has changed to 1 minute. The Final Guardian will respawn 2 minutes after its defeat. Optimize the collision and performance of some objects on the map to avoid movement or displacement effects from being blocked, and remove the healing skill from staff wielding Sacred Guardian to avoid excessive time to kill. So we're going to be looking at this today, but I'm also wanting to see if the matches are more balanced. Now, everyone has been in the comments on my Battleground Convoy videos saying that the balance doesn't seem to exist, and I have to agree with this. I'm having a really hard time climbing the ranks in my Battleground, not because of my own performance, but because of team performance. So I've only really been focusing on Battleground Convoy, as you probably know from my content. But every Battleground Convoy match that I have is pretty much always a loss. And I'm always MVP or top 4 assists. So it's kind of frustrating because I'm kind of losing points and then earning like 2 points back. So I'm basically like top of the losing team in pretty much every Battleground Convoy match that I've had, which is, yeah, just really frustrating. So for both of these matches, I'm also with Game Zone so that we can have more of a balanced idea of the match. Obviously, we've been playing this together quite a lot. We enjoy playing together. I've also been playing this mode with a few other friends. And yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun with people that you're friends with, or people from Warband, people from Clan. I definitely enjoy playing it this way rather than solo. I've not actually tried it solo. I've only done it once on my own. Generally, as we have that ability to play it with a friend, I generally always go in with a friend because, yeah, much more enjoyable that way. But yeah, this match is going to be a victory. As you can see, our Guardian is super close to actually the 3rd checkpoint, and then we'll just have to destroy the heart. So yeah, we're just looking out for a few things here. As I said, the bits from the patch notes that should be changing. So it's basically notifications staying on the screen longer so that you have a longer time to see this, and also the Guardian's time to kill having a shorter time to kill by not having that healing ability. So we're going to be looking at this today and hoping that we can actually see a difference from that. I am really hoping that they bring more of a balance aspect into Battleground Convoy if we can't see much of it in this video, because I do feel that the matches are always very one-sided, and if you're really unlucky like I seem to be, you end up always being on the losing team, which luckily isn't going to be the case for this match by the looks of things. So one thing that I will say with this is the update with the notification lasting longer for the Guardians. I think a lot of people that play this mode don't pay attention to the minimap and the fact that it actually tells you at the top of the countdown for the Guardian, so you can see exactly when the Guardian is going to appear. And I've noticed with people's positioning on the map, or in general the way people play, they definitely don't seem to be really looking at those areas, so that no one's really looking at what's happening other than what's in front of them on the main part of the screen. So a big suggestion for anyone that is playing this mode is to actually pay attention to your minimap and pay attention to that Guardian timer at the top as well, so you have an idea of when that's going to spawn. So that was a victory for the first match. As I said, the Guardian notification wasn't on the screen very long there. I didn't actually get any badges for this match. Game Zone was MVP, and we had 7 kills, 1 death and 5 assists. Game Zone had 4 kills, 1 death and 13 assists. So really nice result there. And yeah, this player, Dragon 2K, this was actually this guy was from our previous server, and they left server recently. There's a few clans that left server, as you'll know from my older video. So I always check through to see what the resonance looks like and secondaries of some of the other players. This wasn't necessarily an easy match. Resonance was fairly balanced, but some of these guys have fairly high secondaries. So another thing that I will like to point out is that Tempests like this one, they are always the ones with loads of badges, I've noticed, for most of the matches. So this is the match from Wednesday. So this is with the update live, and we're going to see if the notifications come on the screen for longer. Now the Guardians, you've still got the logo at the top there with the countdown on that to show you when it's going to spawn. I do feel like this maybe looks a little bit bigger than in the past video, but that might just be because it's not covered up from the update countdown timer, which was also on the top there. So hopefully we will have another decent match here, and we'll be able to see those differences with the notifications on the screen. So the first checkpoint has been reached by our Guardian. It looks like the first checkpoint has also been reached by the enemy Guardian as well. So we're going to try and take down the players here. And as I said, just looking out for these notifications and seeing if they do actually last longer and what differences we can see from that. I'm hoping, as I said, to see more balance in this match, but we'll just have to see what happens by the end of it. So the Guardian is about to spawn in just a few seconds. It says the countdown on the top there, and it now says the Sacred Guardian has appeared. Defeat it to gain a shield. You can see the balance still doesn't really exist in this mode. Currently, our team has 12 kills and the enemy team has 11. We're kind of taking down players really quickly. So, yeah, the balance is definitely not here. Guardian, I'm trying to kind of get towards, but a lot of my teammates were already there, so there wasn't any point. And you can see our team has killed that idol as well. So first Guardian or idol, whatever you want to call it, has been taken down. And we just need to continue pushing forward. So again, both teams are kind of neck and neck with checkpoints, as you can see, but we definitely are winning with the kills at the top. You can see we've got 22 now against 2, and this is what I mean about the lack of balance in this mode. Definitely see a problem here with this, and although it's going to be nice if we get another victory, my win rate, when you see it at the end of this video, you're going to kind of be shocked. It is depressing, and yeah, I feel for these guys on the other team here, because this was definitely an unbalanced match. I don't know, maybe they have some high resonance players that's like AFK. I had it the other day when I entered this mode, and one of the players on my team actually just stayed AFK for the whole match. I was playing it on my ult, and it was my first time playing it, and I was in a really, really unbalanced match, and it really didn't help having someone that was just standing, not doing anything. Obviously, I was awarded points for that at the end, but yeah, still a frustrating match to be a part of. So our Guardian, it looks like, is going to take down this Crystal Heart now. You can see super close there. The enemy team Guardian is not at the third checkpoint yet, and you can see we're 36 kills against 7. So definitely the balance doesn't exist. The notification did seem to last a little bit longer, but it doesn't seem like it's a huge difference, I thought, with the Guardian when it spawns. And obviously the banner at the top, which has the countdown anyway, that is always there at all times. So you see the Guardian's going to appear again in 13 seconds, or just around that time. And you have the notification Sacred Guardian is about to appear. I do feel like that does stay on maybe a little bit longer than it did in the last match, but like I said, it's not a huge difference. And yeah, I don't really see much of a difference with that. What I would like to see though is a difference with the balance, as I said, especially as people are pairing up for this. So this was the result here. We've got a Demon Hunter on our team was top, had a crazy amount of assists there, 17 assists. I was happy with that. This Tempest was top for the enemy team. Let's look at their stats. So they're not high resonance or high secondaries. This player, yeah, this is definitely unbalanced. We've kind of got their top players aren't even the same kind of resonance as the people on our team. 2,900 resonance for that third player on their team there. So yeah, unfortunately this was just a really unbalanced match for these guys. So as I said, because I'm always in this position, it does make me feel bad for them. Yeah, mainly players under 3k resonance. How they think this is balanced, I really don't know. But as you can see as well, my win rate here is actually appalling at 48%. So this is what I mean about how much of a mess this mode is. If you aren't lucky enough to be put onto the winning team, you are just completely screwed. That is exactly what I've been finding with this mode. As much as I love it, I have been on the losing team way too many times. So I do feel bad for the guys in the last match, because that was a really unbalanced match. As for the notifications and the other changes, they do seem to be present, but it's not anything like groundbreaking. It's not anything that's too noticeable in my opinion. So some okay changes, but I would like to see balance in this mode a little bit more. But that is it from me for this video. I hope you found this helpful. As always, thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Official Diablo partner.